Everyone wants to know, what is my sun sign? What career is best for me? When will I be successful? But here's what nobody talks about. Two people can have the same sun sign, same education, same opportunities, yet live very different lives. Hello, welcome to Decoding Destiny with Astronumerology. I am astronumerologist GSP. So let me tell you something. If your moon is weak, no amount of journaling, manifestation, discipline, nothing will work in the long term. Because every decision that you take in life is based on how you feel about things. And moon controls that feeling. Have you ever noticed that two people go through the same breakup? One moves on in 2 months versus the other one stays stuck for 2 years. Two people lose the same kind of job. One starts a new business and builds an empire versus the other one spirals into anxiety. Two people get criticized for something. One takes it as feedback and improves on it. The other one just shuts it down completely. Same situation, same environment, completely different reaction. This is not luck. This is moon. Using astrology, you can also correctly determine how someone would experience an event. How would they feel about it? So without further ado, let's take a look how moon affects you and your chart based on its placement. So for the purposes of this video, we are going to use the cuspal chart, as the cuspal chart correctly shows the accurate position of every planet. And I also want to say that it's impossible to decode a person's personality just on the basis of one planet, where one planet is placed in his or her chart. However, with this video, I am hoping that you at least get that surface level information, that surface level guidance in understanding your chart and your family members and your friends' chart better. So if you need help finding out where moon is placed in your chart, message me for more information. If moon is placed in your first house, your emotions, your feelings are directly tied to your personality, yourself. You tend to have a lot of mood swings, and it also swings your confidence. You are someone who constantly think about what others think about you. And whenever there is even a smallest of criticism, you tend to take it personally. It hurts you that someone is criticizing you, even if the other person just wants you to improve on something. Talking about improvement, you truly believe that you want to constantly improve yourself. However, when it comes to actually taking actions, things don't work out. You are someone who's almost too obsessed with your self-image, and sometimes it starts consuming you. And you also need constant emotional validation to feel stable. So if moon is in your second house, your emotional stability is tied to your finances. Financial instability can also cause anxiety. For you, good food equals good mood, which means you also tend to overeat and stress eat sometimes. You are also someone who's deeply connected with your family, and spending time with your family gives you peace. If moon is in your third house, you process emotions through actions. You think, but you don't spend too much time thinking. You believe in taking action. Communication becomes therapy. Writing, speaking, it calms your mind. You would see that your mind constantly thinks about improvement. It thinks about new ideas. It wants to better your life. And you'll see that if you can't translate those thoughts into actions, you'll start feeling anxious. You are also someone whose mental peace gets affected by siblings. That is, if you have siblings. Try to have small, achievable goals spread throughout the week, as you are someone who needs to have small wins regularly, and mental stimulation is also needed. If the moon is in your fourth house, the home environment affects your mental peace. This can be positive as well as negative. You are also someone who's deeply connected to your mother, and you'll see that her influence is very strong in your life. I would also say that you are someone who prefers to stay indoors. Familiar places, familiar environment, staying in your comfort zone. Here's a tip for you. Whenever you feel low, sad or anxious, start cleaning the house. Your emotional state is tied to your home environment. Once you start cleaning your house, you will also start cleaning your mental blocks, your anxiety, your anxiousness. If moon is in your fifth house, you are someone who is very romantic and you also crave romance, which means heartbreaks and romantic rejections hurt deeply. You are someone who would often experience extreme emotional highs and extreme emotional lows in relationships. For you too, it's important that people constantly appreciate you and appreciate your work. You are someone who's extremely creative, and your creativity needs to be appreciated in order for you to excel in life. This placement makes you very intuitive, and you'll see that if you have kids, you tend to share a very deep connection with them. If moon is in your 6th house, your emotions are connected to your work, which means work stress can directly affect your mental health. Now, this may not happen with every placement, but with some placement, you will see that you're switching jobs or at least getting the opportunity to switch jobs frequently. And you will always hesitate to switch jobs. Here's a tip for you. Try to follow a routine. The more you follow a routine, the more stable you will feel emotionally. And also be very careful when you take on any new debts. If moon is in your 7th house, day-to-day relationships and relationship with your partner dominates your life. You are someone who's very much emotionally dependent on your partner, which is not fair for your partner, because the smallest of conflict can become a huge deal in your mind. You replay the same conversation again and again and need constant validation from your spouse. On the positive side, this placement of moon can give you all the happiness in your marital life, provided you keep your emotions in check. If moon is in your 8th house, you are deep into emotional thinking and exploring hidden knowledge. You constantly feel misunderstood and try to analyze the situation deeply. Unfortunately, you are someone who's prone to anxiety and will have constant transformation through emotional pain. If moon is in your 9th house, you need strong belief system for mental peace and a deep emotional attachment to your family values. Learning calms your mind and you tend to seek meaningful experiences in life. Your faith influences your decisions and you are someone who's very much involved in religious activities. Travel affects your mental and emotional growth, and you'll see that mentors play a very important role in your life. If moon is in your 10th house, you are all about your reputation. You are someone who's worried about how people perceive you. You constantly think about success, and good career defines your emotional stability. Recognition boosts your mood and public image matters a lot. Your emotions are also tied to your work performance, and criticism affects you deeply. You are also someone who seeks for a good status for emotional satisfaction. If moon is in the 11th house, your social approval impacts your mood and your friend circle impacts your mental health. You constantly think about future gains, how you can improve your life, how you can expand. You will see that you are emotionally involved in networking, and being a part of a very big social group is important. Here's a tip for you. Avoid living in isolation, as being lonely can affect your mental health a lot. If moon is in your 12th house, your mind remains active, but internally, there is a lot of introspection that happens in your life. You are someone who's very sensitive to different kinds of environment, and being out socially can often feel draining. You will see that while working, you like to work alone, and isolation doesn't really bother you. In fact, you need quiet time for yourself so you can recharge and feel better. You are someone who's emotionally empathetic, which makes you a really good healer as well. You are also someone who would experience sleep disturbance and vivid dreams occasionally. So that was the video. You don't experience life as it happens. You experience it how your moon interprets it. So if you want to understand why you react the way you react, why your emotional decisions affect your career and your relationship so much, and moreover why you feel stuck in life, then you need to understand moon and its placement, and also how other planets affect moon and its placement. So if you want to find out where moon is placed in your chart and how it affects your personality and possibly your future, you can contact your astrologer, or you can also message me for more details. Thank you for watching.